Welcome to today's tutorial where we are going to answer the question, what is underscore underscore name equals underscore underscore main? Try saying that 3 times fast. So today's agenda, first, we're going to understand what is the special variable in Python underscore underscore name underscore underscore. We're going to learn how to use the statement if underscore underscore name equals underscore underscore main. And we're going to give some examples of use cases so that you can understand how to apply it. Okay, so let's look at underscore underscore name underscore underscore. Okay, to demonstrate what underscore underscore name underscore underscore is, we're going to use 2 files. So create 2 Python files, file A and file B. Underscore underscore name is a special variable in Python, so let's see how it works. If I run a file and I create one simple line of code, so inside of file A, let's say hello, I am file A, and then let's add a second print line and let's print out this special variable. So don't put this inside of quote marks, so we have underscore underscore name. If I run this code, I should see 2 prints. Let's see what we get. It says, hello, I am file A, okay. And then it prints out the variable underscore underscore name, which is this infamous underscore underscore main underscore underscore. And let's do the same thing in B. So we'll say, hello, I am file B. So let me clear my terminal and run this code. Okay, we can see, hello, I am file B, underscore underscore main. Okay, so what's happening here is when we run a Python file, the Python interpreter will assign the name, this name variable, to that file as underscore underscore main underscore underscore if that Python file is the beginning point of your code, if that's the entry point of the code. So when I run A, it's going to say underscore underscore main, and if I run B, it's going to also assign that to underscore underscore main because I'm running those files. So no matter what the name of the file is or what the code is, if that's the starting entry point of our code, the name variable will be sent to main. So now let's keep our file B code the same, and let's go back to file A. Let me clear my terminal. And let's import file B into file A. So I'll do import file B. So when I import file B into file A, it's going to execute this code. And then it will execute this code. So let's see what happens. Okay, so after executing that code, we got a slightly different result. So first, when we ran our file a.py, it imported file B, and when it did that import, it runs this code. So it prints, hello, I am file B, print name. But this time, instead of printing main, it printed the name of the file. This is because Python did not assign main to the file B Python file, because that was not the file that was used to enter or execute the program. File A was used to execute the program. So Python assigned the name variable to the name of the file, which is file underscore B. And then after importing B, we executed our file A code and we said, hello, I am file A. And finally, file A, which was the main file, which is the file that we used to execute or enter the program, that was assigned the main variable. So that is the essentials of the underscore underscore name variable. Very simply, underscore underscore name is set to the file name, except for the special case when you use a particular file to enter the program, that file gets assigned a special name, underscore underscore main underscore underscore. Okay, so why does this matter and how can we use this? Well, that's where this infamous line, if underscore underscore name equals underscore underscore main. That's where this line comes in. So This is now very easy to understand. At first it looked very strange and confusing, but now it's very simple. We have a variable called underscore underscore name underscore underscore. If a file is the entry point for our program, it's going to get the name underscore underscore main underscore underscore. So this line of code is just checking. You can think of this as, am I the main file? It's a way to separate our code so that if a file is run as the main file, it can do certain things, and if it's imported by another file, it will not do those things. So, for example, if underscore underscore name equals main, if I create another line of code here and I say, I am the main file, and if I go back to A and I execute this code, let me clear my terminal. You can see that this line of code never runs because name is set to file B like we discussed. But if I want to run file B, I might want it to do different things when I'm using that as the entry point of my application. So if I run file B, I get, hello, I'm file B, main, I am the main file. So this is a great way to have a Python file that can be used as an import library and do certain things, but also act as a standalone application if you want to think of it that way, without creating conflicts and problems. So I can use functions. So if I create functions in file B, like define, if I create a function called myFunction, I can access that now because I've imported it. I could do file b.myfunction. So I can access those things. But I might also want to use file B as some sort of utility or do some testing or do some things on it that I don't really want to do when it's a library for something else. And those lines of code I can put into my underscore underscore name underscore main check. So that's the power. And you can think of this like in other applications, like in other programming languages like C++ or Java. Most programming languages have a main function, a main entry point. And essentially, this is kind of a way to emulate that. Another application for this is, let's say you're working on a project with many, many files. So I have 10, 20 files, and I'm bouncing between them and I'm doing coding. And I have one file called main.py. So we have our main file. And maybe we have a function in here called run, and inside of run we have all of our main codes. So this is, you can kind of think of this as the main entry point to the program. So this is where we want the program to start from every time we run it. Well, another thing that we can do is, if we have many different files, it can be kind of annoying to jump between your Python files. So for example, if I'm in main.b and I execute it, well, I'm going to get this code, and if I go back to main.py, and if I do an if name equals, oops, if I can type, equals underscore underscore main. Okay, so if I run my main.py file, it's gonna run my code that I want to run, this run code here, right? So it's gonna say running main file. Well, what if I want to do that from any file, just out of convenience? So if I'm in file A, if I hit run, it's going to run the main program. It's not going to just start executing code in A or doing nothing if everything is buried. If everything is just a function, so if I get rid of this print stuff up here, if I comment that out, so I have a function. If I run B, and if I get rid of this, if we don't have this, and if I run B, you're just going to get no output. The function's there. I can still import it. I can still use it in other libraries, but it's not going to run my program. Well, what if I did this? What if I imported my main? So I've imported main, and instead of printing this, I'll just say if name is main. So if I run from file B, what I want to do is I want to call main.run. So let's see what happens now. Running main file. And I could copy this code and I could put this into file A and make sure I import main because I need to access that function. Okay, so what we've done here is essentially we've taken all of our files, A, B, main, and if we had more, it could be more files. We've taken all of our Python files and we've put them together so they have all a common entry point. So now I can run my code from Python on any file and I'm going to get the same behavior. If I run file A, I'm going to get, well, first let me comment out this because this is special to A. So if we had all of our executable code buried in this statement, it's kind of protected. So let me run that again. So I now have running main file. B, if I execute here, running main file. C, running main file. So what I've done is I've created a way so that I can have this big machine of moving parts, different files. But if I run any one of those files, I'm going to get the same behavior because they're all going to call back to this same entry point run in this case. So that's another very convenient thing to do, and that prevents you from accidentally running the wrong file and getting strange output. That's a very common problem when you're working with many files. So thanks for watching today's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and I hope to see you again in a future video. Have a great day.